Hello, everybody. Renee here, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And this actually is 10 of 10 weeks of fall. And so I decided last week already that fall incorporates the winter and Christmas because it's only 6 or so weeks before Christmas. I believe that's what it is. So we're really close. And as a card maker, we have got to start making our cards, especially if you do send your cards to a lot of people, which I do. So I've got to make about 50 cards. So I've got to get going. And so I decided that this last episode for the fall will be about the Sweet Candy Canes bundle and some cards with that Sweet Candy Canes. So next week, though, we will start all Christmas up until Christmas. And I had promised that I would show how to make this card, but I did not have the stamp set that I needed. I had lent it to a favorite person of mine, and she was borrowing it. And so I decided that I would wait before I showed you how to make this card and go ahead and do Sweet Candy Cane. So next week, it's all going to be about the merriest moments. And so we'll be looking at that. It's a great set. If you don't have it, you should get it, just like this one. All right. So anyway, it's about 2 o'clock. It's around 2 o'clock. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the video, my live on Facebook. So I'll be back with you in just a second. Okay. Hello, everybody. Just getting things straight here. I hope everything is good. It's around 2 o'clock. I know I'm getting earlier than should be, but I always say around 2, and now it's getting to about 1:30. But you will see the replay, I hope, and enjoy the replay. And here is what we have today. I'm going to just move this away, make sure you can see everything. I talked about the Sweet Candy Canes and bundle, and that's what we're going to do. This is the Sweet Candy Cane stamp set and Candy Canes dies. And this is the stamp set, and has very cute wishes and some, I think it's mistletoe, if I'm correct. This is mistletoe. And so it's the most wonderful time of the year, Christmas cheer, a nice small sentiment, wishing you lots of love, joy, happiness this Christmas season, and always great candy cane wishes and mistletoe kisses. May the good times of today become the cherished memories of tomorrow, and merry and bright. And then 2 candy canes. Such a great set. It'll be fun working with this. And then here are the dies. There are 6 dies in here. The candy canes go in both directions, and they have this beautiful piece that you can die cut out, and I'll show you those pieces. And then this is the label, and these are our little mistletoe, and then those are the candy canes. So that's all there is to this, but it's plenty and fun. All right, so that's that. Now, one of the things I want to talk about in terms of what I'm showing today, and I will show you all the different cutouts. You will get to see those from the die cut, and the other sets that go with this set. So beautiful. the cup of tea, and I'm going to show you this. It's just perfect. And the cup of tea also has a set of dies called the teacup dies, and you can buy this too as a bundle. But the teacup dies also has this, and this very much looks like the mistletoe. So you can use this, and you're going to see how I use this specific die as mistletoe and part of my card. So this is great. Also, this little sentiment here. I love using these like little tea bag, little sentiments. And of course, this is a great set that I've shown you before because of all these little sayings. These mini sayings are great, and it's perfect for the holidays. Enjoy. All right, so there's that one. This one, which I premiered this last week or the week before. I took off last week from videos, but you saw the examples, and this is Celebrate with Tags and the dies of the Celebrate with Tags. So you can get this as a bundle. And this also is perfect with the candy canes. You're going to see that. It really, really is fun. All right. And then next, another set that works really well with this sweet candy canes is the Christmas Scotty. And I'm going to show you how that will work. And I will have a card using the Christmas Scotty and the candy canes for sure as one of my examples this week. So you know that you're going to get some examples of this card. And today, oh, I'm going to show you one other thing. Sorry. This also comes as a bundle, and the bundle has the little Scotty punch out, and punch outs are always great and fun and definitely worth your while. I had shown you this card before with the little Scotty, so cute, easy to punch him out in plaid, and really fun. Okay, the next item I want to show you is what I used today. Is I did use this vellum, which is wonderful. It's called the Snowflake Specialty Vellum. It is available, and it is lovely. Not only do you have this side that's kind of, I don't know, metallic, multicolored, pearlescent, I guess, is that you have the exact same thing in the flocked. Let me show you that in that flocked. And that is just tremendous. All right, beautiful paper. And I'm using this today. And I'm going to show you, this was on that one-day big sale that we had. Maybe you got this one, the Star-Crossed Embossing Folder. This is a great folder. I'll be showing you this one. All right, embossing folder. And of course, this one that is found in your annual catalog, the Fern 3D embossing folder, is what I used. These are great additions. Embossing folders really take your craft a step up. Okay, so one other thing I'm just going to mention. Next week, I'm going to premiere the Merriest Moments, and I did promise again that I was going to go ahead and do this style of card for you. I didn't have this set, I do now, so I will be showing off how to make a card like this using this stamp set, and that should be a lot of fun, and I look forward to showing you that next week. All right, so let's look at this right here. And let me talk about this. I've shown you this style of card. I don't know what I call it, a crisscross method. What happens is you go ahead and let me see what I do with that. Yeah, like this. Okay, this is an example of it. So these are two of them. So you have a full sheet of paper, an 8.5 by 11. And then what you do is you go ahead. Now this one had to be redone, so it doesn't quite fit exactly correctly. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. So we did this. We did this. Yeah, it does. It'll be fine. That. And then it goes like this. Okay. Now what happens is these four pieces are simply done this way. All right, you take one sheet and you start stamping, and I just felt like I should be able to do the candy canes. So let's see. So I used the candy cane stamps from this, right, stamp set, and then I used our mistletoe. Then I went ahead, and if you look carefully right here, and if you look carefully right here, and right here, you will see this from the Christmas Scotty. It was just perfect, like ribbon flowing. It just did so well. And I was really pleased that that worked out. I also used the snowflakes from the Christmas Scotty. Now, since I have this great set and I love the mitten, absolutely love the little mitten, I added the mitten. So these were, so this card was made with the Celebrate with Tag stamps, Christmas Scotty stamps, and Sweet Candy Cane stamp. And so that's how I did that one. And it really was fun and looks great. Again, you get 4 cards. I showed you how to do this a couple of weeks ago in the fall. It is on my YouTube. Check out my videos and you should see it. There it is, a fall card that I was showing off. And so this kind of coincides with that fall. So number 10 of 10 weeks is going to be done on my specials of fall. And of course, Christmas has to come in. All right, so this is the label. Die cut label. This is the die cut candy cane from that bundle, all right, and from those dies, so that you can see that. And all I did was die cut the label out and use some ribbon, and of course take a mitt and use that mitt for that one. So 4 cards, really easy and really fun to make, and you simply use their label, whatever they provide. All right, so now let's see what I'm going to do for you today. I have some ideas for that candy cane, some very simple ideas. Now, the first card right here, oh, I'm not going to do that one first. I'm going to do this one first. Here we go with that fancy vellum. And what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to put that all over there. For this card, I used a white piece of cardstock, a standard card base. So this ends up to be a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So the total length is 8 1/2. All right, and I used that beautiful die cut that I talked to you about. And I am going to simply glue these 2 items together. And the way I'm going to do that, I am going to try this. I might regret this. I maybe should actually go ahead and do more of a tear and tape, but I'm going to try and glue it. I'm going to glue this on. We'll see if I regret this. But just really, as you see here, very lightly, because I don't want it to go all over the vellum. And I'm just going to drop this right onto the vellum. Just right on there. There you go. Try not to move it, of course. That would be good. I made them. So this is, I cut this piece to 4 by 5 1/4, just like I did the vellum. Now, as far as this part goes, this is going to be easy. I'm going to use the double-sided tape here. That's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to go ahead and position that down. Actually, I want to go ahead. I think I'm going to do it on this side. This side looks a little better. This looks good. That looks good. Looks good. Okay. Just going to bring it over just a little bit, like that, like that, and like that. There you go. There's the first part. Look how pretty. Isn't that great, guys? Look at that. Little shimmery, shiny. And so we're talking about the dies. So I did use the 2 dies that cause them to go in opposite directions. Okay, this is the greatest part. And you could do something like this or whatever. This one, I'm going to go ahead and do this is what I believe I was doing. Yes, that's the one. So what I'm going to do here is I'm simply going to take the 2 candy canes, and this comes from the designer paper, the Candy Cane Designer Series paper, which I would have to look up that name of that designer paper. I just cut this out. You have beautiful designer paper in that suite, and that's what I'm going to use. And with this, I'm just going to glue these down, okay? And kind of get into the center here. There you go. And then this one, I wanted it to be a little taller. Like that. Something like that. Then this, I thought I would go ahead and put on dimensionals. These are very easy cards. Just die cut this out. As you can see here, I've got my mitten. And I just thought this was way too cute to be ignored here. And so there's my mitten right there. And then here, I decided to put, I stamped my Christmas cheer. And I went ahead and did that. I'm going to do that right about here. I stamped my Christmas cheer and then freehand cut it out. So fussy cut it. And that's all I do. So now this was die cut. I did pre-cut everything, but isn't that the cutest little card? Do you see how fun that is? And that's all she wrote for this card. I think it's simple. There is a lot of die cutting, of course, die cut, and then cut out by hand. But once you get that all done, it's just putting it together, get your little Christmas tree. I did stamp this first and then die cut it out. That's what I do. Stamp it first and then die cut it out. And that's how I get my little mittens. So there you go. So the next card that I have for you is going to be using the cup of tea. All right, and I'm going to show you the inside. I did do the inside. I used the die cut from the Sweet Candy Cane stamp set and cut that label out, then die cut that candy cane from the paper. Actually, the DSP does have that. You should check that DSP out. I did have it up, so I will make sure I show the DSP later today. Okay, so Candy Cane Wishful Mistletoe Kisses on my Facebook. Okay, Renee's Paper Crafts Business. You can see it on that page. I will post the paper so everyone can see it. It's such fun paper. And I put in some ribbon, and that was the inside. So let's look at what I'm going to do with the outside. Now, I have 2 options. I can use either the embossing folder that was on sale. And unfortunately, if you didn't get it, you don't have it anymore, but you could have snowflakes, many different ones, or I could do the fern. Okay, I decided I wanted it to be a little, well, let's see how it looks. We'll try the fern first and see how that looks. And so you can go ahead and see that. The way I'm doing this is I told you before that with that cup of tea, this reminded me of the mistletoe and works pretty well. And so here, that's what that would look like. And then here are these, you see it coincides so well with that. All right, so that was great. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my candy canes and I'm going to go ahead. I think I did it this way. Yes, my candy canes would come right about here. I take those out. My candy canes would come right about here. And then, since I used that cup of tea, I went ahead and die cut out the full cup. And then, since that does look like that same kind of shape leaf, I could cut that out like that. Isn't that the cutest? And then I'm going to go ahead and stick that on there. Now, the fern looks great. You can see that, right? It's not all together, but we'll get it. But the fern looks great. But I think I wanted to use this instead, so I will. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my candy canes on here. I just love this new embossing folder. Please check, see if it's still on there. I don't think so. Well, it might be. It still could be in the clearance rack. Check your clearance rack. And so I'm going to take those 2 candy canes that I die cut out. Of course, you can fussy cut them out. That's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. It would be pretty easy to fussy cut out. There you go. I think that looks pretty good. And then what I did is I'm going to take these 2 leaves and I'm just going to go ahead and put them here. I'm going to glue them down. Again, this is from the teacup set, which works perfectly with this. Just perfectly. And that one. So I love to die cut out, punch out. A team member of mine called them punch out cards, punch art cards, which is kind of what they are. And they are fun and they work so well. Now, these I think I'm going to put in, I think I'm going to put them in a little later. I'm going to take the cup and I'm going to go ahead and put this on the cup. This little filigree. Piece. You know how I just kind of dab and smear so I don't get too much on there. There you go. Very fun. And then all we do is we just put that on there. Put that on there. There you go. And then I'm going to place that on there. Now, the way I do that teacup is I'm going to go ahead and I'm pretty sure, oh, I wanted to put this on next. So what I want to do is I do want this on here. And so what I'm going to do, like a little tea bag, I simply punched a hole in that. You can use a hole punch or whatever you got. Get that. It's a little bit longer than I want it to be. Oh, got some glue on my hand, so of course makes it more difficult. Make sure I got the front coming out. That's good. There you go. As we know, as soon as we get glue on our hands, it's a problem. So there, that's what I wanted. My little tea bag like that. And we can have our little candy canes popping out at the bottom. And then our tea bag comes right here. Now I can, which I have done in the past, is put a little, one of the small dimensionals right here, as you can see right there, so that I can position that exactly where I want it and it stays. See, just like that. All right, I will be positioning these. But not quite as high, but still position. Yeah, those will be good right there. That'll be good. That'll be good right there. Just like that, so that when you put that right there, it just kind of is all green. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? Okay, and so I do want to put this on dimensionals as well, the teacup. And all I did was stamp the enjoy from the stamp set, the teacup stamp set, which is, again, a great, great stamp set. There you go. Probably didn't have to put so many on there, but that's okay. We go like that and like that. Kind of want to center that like that. Yes, like that. Okay. I'm a real stickler for straight. A real issue with straight. Okay, there you go. Look how cute that is. All right. And so then all I do here is I'm going to go ahead and glue that right on top of here. And there you go. I thought that was really cute. And I did use that paper. I'm going to try and get that name for you also. Maybe I can find it real quick. But we'll see. There you go. There you go. These are really simple cards. They're really simple and straightforward cards, but they are so fun and they bring quite a smile to your face. And you have the enjoy, and then when you open it up, you have candy cane wishes and mistletoe kisses. So it's just a perfect little fun card for Christmas. Okay, those were the two of them. All right, that's what I wanted to show you using that candy cane set. And you see that the cup of tea and the Christmas Scotty and the Celebrate with Tags works really well. It's a great combination that produces some wonderful, fun-loving cards. Okay, let me see if there's anything else. Yes, I wanted to go. Let me go ahead and I can check this right here. Just a second, and I will give you that paper that I want to show you. And Let's see here. There you go. There you go. And it should be right about, let's see, I'm looking. So I hope that, by the way, I hope that, all right, so here you go. It's right here. And I will show you the set. And if you look right here, here is the wonderful set. Here are the pieces that were used today. I used them all. There's a little mistletoe. There's the tag. There are the two candy canes. And there is the die cut for the, I don't know what you would call that, a full face die cut, which is obviously this one right here, right? That's what that does. It's lovely. Then I did not get any of this. This glimmer paper I have used, and you can stamp on this glimmer paper. When I did the Yeti to party, I showed you that. That was great also. And here is our beautiful, beautiful paper. It's just lovely, lovely paper. And I used this one right here to cut out all the candy canes. That's the back side. Those are two sides of the same sheet, two sides, two sides, two sides, two sides. Very fun, very great, great paper. And it's called the Sweetest Christmas Tree Designer Series paper. And the colors, as you see, are Sweet Sorbet, Real Red, Garden Green, and Pool Party. Of course, Pool Party. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I showed you that. That makes me happy. I hope you enjoyed these cards. See how easy and fun they are. If you want to do a class with these, that's great too, or just start cranking out. Remember, these you can crank out 4 at a time. And that's great if you need to get some cards made, because there's only 6 weeks left until Christmas Day. All right. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great day. And remember to heart or like. You can always visit my YouTube to see all 10 weeks. You can also go ahead and if you're on YouTube, go visit my Facebook page to see even more. All right. Bye-bye now, everybody. Have a great, great afternoon.